This biscuit isn't perfect. It's got its highs and lows. And because it's made by hand, it will never be duplicated. Just like a unique snowflake. A unique steak, egg, and cheese-filled snowflake. The steak, egg, and cheese biscuit or burrito with steak, fluffy egg, and cheese. Only at Hardee's.
Hello and welcome to TMN Television at Truman State University. I'm Amber Draper.
And I'm Kathleen Gatliff. Coming up tonight, see how the SAB debate viewing party was received by students.
And later, we show you the highlights from the Scottish Highland Games.
These stories and more tonight on TMN Television. You don't want to miss this.
Students were able to file their 2017-2018 FAFSA as early as October 1st this year. Usually students would have to start the process on January 1st. The government is asking students and parents nationwide to submit tax information starting from 2015 to make the filing process easier. According to the U.S. Office of Federal Student Aid, the changes are meant to ease the filing procedure by putting less pressure on students and families.
This week, a Russian missile design company unveiled the first image of a new Russian weapon named Satan II. It is a Sarmat intercontinental ballistic missile. The missile is capable of wiping out parts of the earth the size of Texas or France. The missile has a range exceeding 6,000 miles and will weigh 100 tons. According to the statement posted on the maker's website, Satan II is designed for nuclear deterrent tasks.
This year's Serve Center Community Partner of the Year Award went to the Life Ability Center. The Life Center, which teaches valuable life skills to individuals with developmental disabilities, was nominated by 8 different Truman organizations. The center is operated by the Adair County Developmental Disability Board and has been serving the community since 2009.
This week, Truman State University is celebrating Sustainability Week on campus. Events will be happening through this Friday as a part of the university's continuing efforts to encourage lasting environmental programs. Tomorrow, you can find Tau Lambda Sigma's thrift store in the sub-alumni room, and a recycling drive in Vial Hall 1013.
Children from the Kirksville community will have the opportunity to celebrate Halloween with trick-or-treating on Truman's campus. The annual event takes place on Halloween night in Truman's residence halls. More than 100 residents sign up to participate every year. This event allows hall residents to interact with trick-or-treaters and give out candy.
After the break, stay tuned for highlights from the debate watching party.
But before all that, let's take a look at this week's forecast.
Kids will spend 15 minutes watching online videos like this one.
Brushing for 2 minutes now can save your child from severe tooth pain later. 2 minutes twice a day. They have the time.
Truman Student Activities Board hosted a viewing party for the final presidential debate last week. TMN's Bria Parnell has the story.
The viewing party welcomed all Truman students to watch the debate in a safe atmosphere. The Student Activities Board hosted the event to encourage students to participate in the upcoming election. The SAB President Tim Hudson says the presidential debates interest students, and the organization wanted to give students the opportunity to be more involved in political events.
Passionate about a lot of times. SAB tries to host events that really cater to what the student body wants, and this seemed like something that the students would be very interested in, so we decided to bring it.
The watch party was held in the sub-hub. SAB provided refreshments and set up a projector for those in attendance to watch the debate together. Students responded to remarks from both candidates and remained attentive throughout the debate. One student, junior Kristen Guyman, says it is important to be involved in political discourse, and she is glad the SAB provided a place for students to participate.
It's also very interesting to hear other people's stories and to see their reactions to the kinds of things that are being said, from both candidates. And watching these debates really shows the character of the people involved.
The SAB has never hosted a debate watching party before, but due to the large turnout of students at the event, the organization may hold events like the debate party in the future. The SAB wants to encourage students to go out and vote this November. For the Truman Media Network, I'm Bria Parnell.
A Scottish Highland game took place right here in Northeast Missouri. TMN reporter Jasmine Adams has the story.
This year, the event had 24 athletes competing from all over the Midwest. Scorekeeper Brenda Bryan says she started out competing in all the events, such as the sheath toss, stone toss, caber toss, and the heavy hammer. Bryan says a few things that make the games unique is their national and international presence and the camaraderie that comes along with participating.
Though the competition is there amongst participants and athletes, we're always encouraging each other and helping a person, if they had a bad throw, figure out, what mistake or how they can correct that so they continue to improve.
The Van Vleck family opened the Jackson Weightlifting Club here in Kirksville in 1928. It has been revamped twice, and today Tom Van Vleck serves as the athletic director. Over the past 16 years, members of the weightlifting club have trained to compete in the Scottish Highland Games.
Well, I got into the Scottish Highland Games in 1994. And when I was younger, I did powerlifting, Olympic lifting, and I did some strongman contests. And then I just happened on the sport and just fell in love with it right away.
The club uses the event's participation fee to raise money for the Scotland Clark Project to support families with medical needs related to childhood illnesses. This year, event participants made donations to the charity and paid for the chance to try a weight from 1851. This weight was created for the Weight Over Bar event, and Van Vleck says he brought this piece of history to Kirksville from Scotland this past summer.
It's almost like getting to play football with play with a football that maybe Dick Butkus had used or Joe Montana. That's kind of how I would equate it in our sport.
Van Vleck says he encourages those interested in the games to research them and to come by the club if they want to train or participate.
Plus you get to wear a kilt. I mean, how great's that,
For the Truman Media Network, I'm Jasmine Adams.
TMN reporter Aaron Johnson got a sneak peek at Alpha Kappa Lambda's haunted house this year. Let's take a look.
Alpha Kappa Lambda fraternity's annual haunted house brings in about 700 visitors each year. The haunted house will take place this weekend. The event raises money for the food bank of Central and Northeast Missouri, as well as suicide awareness, according to AKL's treasurer, Stephen Powers. He says the house takes 40 or more hours to put together. The haunted house will have an indoor section and a trail outside for people to follow. Powers says the fraternity invites students from other organizations to help out, such as scaring people in the house and doing makeup for the scarers. He says the haunted house theme changes every year, and this year's theme is Hospital Asylum. Tickets are $5 at the door and $4 in advance. For groups of 6 or more, the cost is $3.
Stay tuned for the Dog Pound from Seth Wolfmeyer.
We'll be right back.
This biscuit isn't perfect. It's got its highs and lows. And because it's made by hand, it will never be duplicated. Just like a unique snowflake. A unique steak, egg, and cheese-filled snowflake. The steak, egg, and cheese biscuit or burrito with steak, fluffy egg, and cheese. Only at Hardee's.
Hello and welcome to the Dog Pound, always brought to you by Hardee's. This is Seth Wolfmeyer. The Truman volleyball team defeated Missouri Western State University on Tuesday, October 25th, winning 3-1. The win brings the Bulldogs to 10-14 on the season as they climb back from a rough start to the year. Truman's Caleb Bashton recorded 47 kills during the match. Bashton now sits only 3 kills away from joining the 1,000 kill club and would be the 17th Truman athlete to reach that total. Other notable performances from the Bulldogs include setter Savvy Hughes with a season-high 43 assists, Natalie Breimeyer with 7 blocks, and Lauren Wacker with 18 digs. The Bulldogs started the season with 11 straight games on the road before playing at home. During that stretch, the team lost 9 matches with only 2 wins. After Truman's home opener, the team has gone 8-5. Senior Lacey Hill says the early struggles meant there was much room for improvement. She said the team began to recognize what they needed to improve to take back control in the conference. Despite the team's 10-14 season record, the Bulldogs are 7-4 in the GLVC, making them tied for 4th overall. Truman's next match is here at home against the University of Indianapolis on Friday, October 28th at 7 p.m. Reporting to you for TMN TV, I am Seth Wolfmeyer.
And that brings us to the end of our news program. Be sure to check out our exclusive web content at tmn.truman.edu. Also pick up a copy of the Index and tune in to KTRM on 88.7 The Edge.
Also check out TMN Television on YouTube and TMN's Facebook and Twitter page. From all of us at TMN Television, thank you for tuning in and have a great Halloween.
This biscuit isn't perfect. It's got its highs and lows. And because it's made by hand, it will never be duplicated. Just like a unique snowflake. A unique steak, egg, and cheese-filled snowflake. The steak, egg, and cheese biscuit or burrito with steak, fluffy egg, and cheese. Only at Hardee's.